Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live presentation for call text. This is going to be the class for you guys to come and ask questions about the program as far as, helping you set something up for your business. If you have any questions on how to do anything, if you're running into issues inside the program, this is going to be the class for you to ask those questions. But before we go into the Q&A part of it, I'm going to be showing you how to do one specific thing inside the program. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how to set up an automation workflow. So after I'm finished with that, I'm going to go ahead and open up the Q&A section. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and give it a few more minutes to let everyone else join in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And again, if you have questions and you want to ask them right now so you don't forget, you can just type them in the chat. And then once I'm done showing you what I'm going to show you for today, I can go back in and read those questions. Okay. But anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Okay. Oh, actually, let me log in really quickly. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so for those of you that have the program, this looks very familiar to you. This is the dashboard. So as soon as you log in, this is what it looks like. It's a brief overview of all the communications that you've had for this past week. But what I'm going to be going into today is building a automation sequence for sending out messages to people based on certain actions. Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to automatically send out a text message and an email to someone that fills out a web form that you build inside of call text. All right, guys. So if you have not already, if you haven't watched the training on how to build a web form, I did that last week. Make sure you head over to calltext.com and click on the trainings button so you can figure out how to set up your web form. And so after you do that, what we're going to do is we're going to go right into the form builder, and then we're going to go into campaigns. And then the last one we're going to be working in is in templates. Okay, so we have three tabs open. So in order to set up a automation workflow, you need to have the campaigns, you need to have the templates, and then you need to have the web forms. And then actually one more, you need tags. Okay. All right. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to templates. And right here, you can see that I have a text message, a first text message template, and a first email template. What this is the templates that I set up to go inside of the campaign that we're going to create for this automation workflow. So in order to create a template, what you would do is you would click on the Add Template button, and then you can choose between SMS, MMS, email, which is HTML email, a simple email. We can do voice blasts, and then these are calendar events right here, okay? So if I wanted to, I could automatically send them a voice recording, so a pre-recorded message to play. It's going to call them, and it'll play that message. So I can do that if I wanted to, but for this tutorial, we're just going to be doing SMS and email, okay? So what I would do is I'd click Add a SMS template. Okay, so I'm going to name it SMS training template, and then I'm going to choose the number that I want it to come from. If I wanted to, I could just copy it from this other template that I've already created. So you can see right here, automatically pulled in the text that I wanted to say. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that text there, and I'm going to hit submit. Okay. So now I just created an SMS template. So this is a text message template, and I'm going to just stick with this first email. I'm just going to use this one that I've already created, so I don't take up too much time just designing different templates. But if I were to go inside of it just to see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see the email looks like this. It says, "Hey, first name." Um, I just wrote a bunch of different stuff here, and it has this little unsubscribe section. But this is what the email template looks like. So these are the two that we're going to be sending out. So then the next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create a tag that can start the campaign. So what I'll do is I'm going to hit add tag. And what tags are for, guys, is tags is what the system uses to activate campaigns. So we can tell the system if a certain contact is applied with a specific tag, we can have it automatically start a campaign. So we're going to go ahead and name this one tag training. Let's do training tag, and hit submit. If I wanted to, I can have it automatically remove a different tag, but we'll just leave that there. I could also tell the system to apply an owner if this tag gets applied. I don't have any agents under me, so I'll just leave that to do not apply. Let me hit submit. Okay, so now we have this workflow training tag. I have my templates all set up. Now the next thing I'm going to do is come over to campaigns. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get right into setting up the workflow. Okay, so first we created the templates, then we created the tags, so now we're going to create the campaign that does all the automation for us. Okay, So now, as soon as this loads up, we're gonna go ahead and name it. Let's name it Workflow Training Campaign. Um, we can leave the description blank, choose the virtual number that we want it from. Okay, so right here, we're gonna choose which tag we want to start it. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and choose the workflow training tag, and we can choose to have this campaign repeated or not. So if someone keeps getting tagged with that same tag, we can tell it to repeat or not. I'm gonna leave it as no, so they can only go through it once. Okay, so I have the name of the campaign, I have the tag that we're going to tell the system to use to activate the campaign. So if a contact gets supplied with this tag, this campaign is going to get started. And so now we're going to come and choose the items that we want to send out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the first. First, I want them to get a text message. Okay, so that's the SMS training template that I set up. Type it. I want to have it as a minute, so I want to delay it 1 minute. Okay. And then as soon as I choose the time delay, it'll give me the option to add another item. Okay, and then we can just continue to keep adding items, but we're just going to do 2 in this training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose to send an email. Again, a minute, and then delay, and then it did give me an option to add more, but I'm just gonna hit submit. So now I have my workflow training campaign. Okay. And now what we can do is we can come over to forms. And so let's take a look. Last week I built, sorry for the speed, guys. This live training software really slows down the internet. Okay, so this is the form I built last week, new lead online marketing. That's the name of the form. So what I'll do is I'm gonna go ahead and click the settings button for that form. And then what I'll do is let's go ahead and preview. Let's see what it, okay, first name, last name, phone number. Okay, so it's getting all the information that we need to go ahead and run that campaign, because we needed the first name, the phone number, and email. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and scroll down, and I don't want it to send a thank you email. But what I'll do is right here, and I can have it apply a tag, or I can have it start a campaign. So we're going to have it start this workflow training campaign. Okay, I'm going to hit submit. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me go ahead and grab the link for that form. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that link. Then I'm going to go back to form settings. And I'm going to hit submit. And so now when I come over here and I go to that form, excuse me, guys. Okay, so here's that form. And what I can do is go ahead and start filling this out. Gabriel, let's use one of our call text numbers and use our call text email. And now I'm gonna hit yes, send me my free gift. So once I fill that out, I told the form to send me to the call text homepage. But what should happen is in a minute, I'm going to be receiving a text message as well as an email, which is going to be those templates that we just created. Okay, and let me see here. If I come over to, we may have to do it again because, okay. So what I'm going to do is go over to contacts. let's go ahead and try that one more time. The form wasn't downloading. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go back to here. Let's try this. I'm gonna go ahead and click on send me my free gift, and so when I come back to contacts, let me hit refresh. And now let me click on this one. So now you can see right here. So I clicked on that Donald Duck contact that I created. I come over and I go to the campaign section for that contact, and then you can see right here, it shows the workflow training campaign is set to send to that phone number that we put in there. Okay, so it's going to send a it's going to send a text message and an email, and it's telling me it's going to send them at 10:47 and 10:48. So it should be sending that text message right now, and then the email should be should be received um, shortly thereafter. Okay. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go ahead. Yep, I just got the text message. So I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and come over to uh, the chat section. I'm gonna go ahead and put the link to that form. So if you guys want to see that in action and you know, see for yourself how you can get a text message just by simply filling out a form, you can go ahead and click on that link right there, and just see for yourself that you're going to be receiving a text message and an email. Just play around with it. You can also go ahead and set it up. So just follow those steps and set up your workflow automation inside of your own account, and just kind of play around with it and test it out for yourself. You know, try it with different messages. You can do, you know, 3 different text messages and an email. Uh, it, I mean, really, uh, it's very open for you to go ahead and just set it up the way you want it to for your business. Okay, guys. So it's very powerful. It just all matters on how creative you are with setting up that workflow automation. Okay. But anyway, so that's how we go ahead and that's how we create the campaigns inside of call text. So what we'll do now is we're going to go ahead and open it up to the Q&A section. So for anyone that has a question and needs me to show them live how to do something, you can go ahead and ask the questions there in the chat box, and we'll go ahead and I'll show you how to do that. Okay.